जय गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, पतित पावन शिला प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। We are studying from Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam, preparing for celebrating Sri Ram Navami. So we are studying from Canto 9, Chapter 10, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra. Continue from text 4th onwards. Gurvarte tyaktya rajo vyacharadunuannam padma padabhyam priyaya parisparsa kshamabhyam vijita paturujo yo harindranujabhyam vairupya surprakhya priya virahursa ropit bhuvi jimbha त्रस्ताब्धिर्बद्धसेतु खलदवहनः कौसलेन्द्रो अवत्रान. Translation. To keep the promise of his father intact, Lord Ramachandra immediately gave up the position of king and, accompanied by his wife Mother Sita, wandered from one forest to another on his lotus feet, which were so delicate that they were unable to bear even the touch of Sita's palms. The Lord was also accompanied by Hanuman, the king of monkeys, or by another monkey, Sugriva, and by his own younger brother, Lord Lakshmana, both of whom gave him relief from the fatigue of wandering in the forest. Having cut off the nose and ears of Surpanakha, thus disfigured her, the Lord was separated from Mother Sita. He therefore became angry, moving his eyebrows and thus frightening the ocean, who then allowed the Lord to construct a bridge to cross the ocean. Subsequently, the Lord entered the kingdom of Ravana to kill him, like a fire devouring a forest. May the Supreme Lord Ramachandra give us all protection. The shloka, half of the Ramayana is told. 50% Ramayana over. Text 5. विश्वामित्राध्वरे येन मारीचाद्या निशाचरा पश्यतो लक्ष्मणस्यैव हतानैरितपुङ्गवा. In the arena of the sacrifice performed by Vishwamitra, Lord Ramachandra, the king of Ayodhya, killed many demons, rakshasas and uncivilized men who wandered at night in the mode of darkness. May Lord Ramachandra, who killed these demons in the presence of Lakshmana, be kind enough to give us protection. यो लोकवीरसंमितौ धनुनैशमुग्रं सीता स्वयंवर गृहे तिशतोपनीतम् आदाय बालगजलीला इवेचुयष्टिं सज्जीय कृतं नृपविकृष्ट प्रभज्ज मध्ये जीतानुरूपगुणशीलवयो अङ्गरूपां सीताभिद्यां श्रियमुरस्यभिलब्धमानां मार्गे व्रजनभिगुपते व्रजनयत् प्ररूढं दर्पं महिमकृत यस्त्रीरराजबीजाम्. O King, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra were wonderful, like those of a baby elephant. In the assembly where Mother Sita was to choose her husband, in the midst of the heroes of this world, he broke the bow belonging to Lord Shiva. This bow was so heavy that it was carried by 300 men. But Lord Ramachandra bent and strung it and broke it in the middle, just as a baby elephant breaks a stick of sugarcane. Thus the Lord achieved the hand of Mother Sita, who was equally as endowed with transcendental qualities of form, beauty, behavior, age, and nature. Indeed, she was the goddess of fortune who constantly rested on the chest of the Lord. While returning from Sita's home, after gaining her at the assembly of competitors, Lord Ramachandra met Parshuram. Although Parshuram was very proud, having rid the earth of the royal order 21 times, he was defeated by Lord, who appeared to be a Kshatriya of the royal order. Ya Satya Pasa Parivita Pitur Nirdesham Stairasya Chapi Shirasha Jagrihe Sabharya Rajyam Shriyam Prarinam Suhido Nivasam Tyaktva Yajau Vanamunasi Van Masuniva Mukta Sangha. Carrying out the order of his father, who was bound by a promise to his wife Lord Ramachandra, left behind his kingdom, opulence, friend, well-wishers, residence, and everything else, just as liberated soul gives up his life and went to the forest with Sita. Maharaja Dasratha had 3 wives. One of them, Kaikeyi, served him very pleasingly, and he therefore wanted to give her a benediction. Kaikeyi, however, said that she would ask for the benediction when it was necessary. At the time of coronation of Prince Ramachandra, Kaikeyi requested her husband to enthrone her son Bharata and send Ramachandra to the forest. Maharaj Dasratha, being bound of his promise, ordered Ramachandra to go to the forest according to the dictation of his beloved, and the Lord, as an obedient son, accepted the order immediately. He left everything without hesitation, just as a liberated soul or great yogi gives up his life without material attraction. Raksha स्वसुवर्य कृता रूपम शुद्ध बुद्धे स्त्या करत्री शिरदूषर मुख्य बंधून जग्ने चतुर्दशसहस्रम पाररीय कोदंड पारिरटमान उवास कृच्छम. Translation. While wandering in the forest, when he accepted a life of hardship, carrying his invincible bow and arrow in his hand, Lord Ramachandra deformed Ravana's sister, who was polluted with lusty desires, by cutting off her nose and ears. He also killed her 14,000 Rakshasas' friend, headed by Khara, Trishna, and Dushana. Sita Katha Sravardeepa Dipita Shishayena Sistam Vilokya Nipate Dasakandharena Jagne Adbhutaira Vapusha Sramato Apakrishto Maricha Masu Vishikena Yatha Kamugraha. O King Parikshit, when Ramana, who had 10 heads on his shoulders, heard about the beauty and attractive features of Sita, his mind was agitated by lusty desires, and he went to kidnap her. To distract Lord Ramachandra from his ashrama, Ravana sent Maricha in the form of the golden deer, and when Lord Ramachandra saw that wonderful deer, he left his residence and followed it, and finally killed it with a sharp arrow, just as Lord Shiva killed Daksha. रक्षो अदमेन विकवद विपिने असमक्षम वैदेह राज दुहितर्य पयापितायाम भ्रात्रा वने कृपर्वत प्रियया वियुक्त स्त्री संगिनाम गतिमिति प्रतयम चचार. And Lord Ramachandra entered the forest, and Lakshmana was also absent. The worst of the Rakshasas, Ravana, kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as tiger seizes unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. Then Lord Ramachandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshmana, as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of personal attachment. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to women. Read the purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, the words Stri Sanginam Gatim Iti indicates that the condition of a person attached to women was shown by Lord himself. According to moral instructions, Gre Narinam Vivarjayeta, when one goes on a tour, one should not bring his wife. Formerly, when used to travel without conveyances, but still as far as possible when one leaves home, one should not take his wife with him, especially if one is in such a condition as Lord Ramachandra when banished by the order of his father. Whether in the forest or at home, if one is attached to women, this attachment is always troublesome, as shown by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his personal example. Of course, this is the material side of Stri Sangi, but the situation of Lord Ramachandra is spiritual, for he does not belong to the material world. Narayana Paro Avyaktat. Narayana is beyond the material creation, because he is the creator of the material world. He is not subject to the condition of the material world. The separation of Lord Ramachandra from Sita is spiritually understood as Vipralambha, which is an activity of the Haladini potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, belonging to Shringara Rasa, the mellows of conjugal love in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all the dealings of love, displaying the symptoms of called Sattvika, Sanchari, Vilapa, Murcha and Udmada. Thus, when Lord Ramachandra was separated from Sita, all these spiritual symptoms were manifested. The Lord is neither impersonal nor impotent, rather is Satchidananda Vigraha, the eternal form of knowledge and bliss. Thus, he has all symptoms of spiritual bliss. Feeling separation from one's beloved is also an item of spiritual bliss. And as explained by Srila Swarupa Damodar Goswami, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Aladani Sakti, the dealings of love between Radha and Krishna are displayed as the pleasure potency of the Lord. The Lord is the original source of all pleasure, the reservoir of all pleasure. Lord Ramachandra therefore manifested the truth both spiritually and materially. Materially, those who are attached to women suffer, but spiritually, when there are feelings of separation between the Lord and his pleasure potency, the spiritual bliss of Lord increases. This is further explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.1. Avajananti mamudha manusim tanum ashritam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheswaram. One who does not know the spiritual potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead thinks of the Lord as an ordinary human being. But the Lord's mind, intelligence and senses can never be affected by material conditions. This fact is further explained in the Skanda Purana as quoted by Madhvacharya. Nitya Purna Sukha Jnana Swarupa Asau Yato Vibhu Ato Asya Rama Iti Akhya Tasya Dukkham Kuto Anva Api Tatapi Loka Sikcharatam Adukho Dukha Varitvata Antarhitam Lokadishtya Sitam Asita Smaran Eva Jnanapanartham Punar Nitya Sambandha Swatmanah Sriyaha Ayodhyaya Vinigaksham Sarvalokasya Cheswaraha Prakrityaksham Tu Sriya Sardham Jagamanadir Avyaya Nachatra Masa Ganitam Tayodasa Sahasrakam Brahmaloka Samam Chakre Samastam Chiti Mandalam Ramo Ramo Rama Iti Sarvesam Abhavata Tada Sarvor Mamayo Loko Yada Ramastva Apalayat. It was actually impossible for Ramana to take away Sita. The form of Sita taken by Ramana was an illusory representation of Mother Sita, Maya Sita. When she was stated in the fire, this Maya Sita was burnt, and then real Sita came out of the fire. A further understanding to be derived from this example is that a woman, however powerful she may be in the material world, must be given protection, for as soon as she is unprotected, she will be exploited by Rakshasas like Ravana. Here the words Vaideha Raja Duhittari indicates that before Mother Sita was married to Lord Ramachandra, she was protected by her father, Videha Raja. And when she was married, she was protected by her husband. Therefore, the conclusion is that the woman should always be protected. According to the Vedic rule, there is no scope for women being independent. Asama, asamaksham. For a woman cannot protect herself independently. Om Tat Sat Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnana Salakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langyayate Girim Yatkipatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Dashi. See that Lord Ramachandra is the supreme hero. How many yugas before this Ramayana happened, but still it is cherished and sung everywhere. Some calculation is there before more than 10 lakh years before the Ramayana happened. But still we see this looks so fresh. We just saw that how the new temple in Ayodhya is built, and everybody participated all over country. Outside India also people participated to build this temple, and so many people come to celebrate after the temple was built. The Ayodhya is now become the most visited city. Everybody is wishing to go there and see the new temple. See, so Ramayana is so popular because the Lord Ramachandra is performed just like a human being, and he's displayed all the intricacies and sentiments in our day-to-day lives and relationships. See that how Lord Ramachandra played the role of ideal son, ideal brother, ideal friend, ideal husband. This all the relationship was perfectly managed by the Lord. So here you see that how Lord Ramachandra is displaying the role of an ideal husband. See that he has taken charge of Mother Sita, and when Sita is kidnapped by Ravana, so he is feeling so much of separation. And just for one Sita, he has killed the whole dynasty, almost the whole dynasty of Ravana. There is a saying that Ek lakh put sawa lakh nati tahi Ravan diya na bati. The Ravana had 1 lakh sons, and then he had 1.25 lakh grandsons, and all very powerful Rakshasas. And after Ramayana happened, there was no one to lit a lamp in his house, in his palace. Nobody remained. Everybody was killed by Lord Ramachandra. So that's how Lord Ramachandra protected Mother Sita. But here is especially mentioned the condition of Lord Ramachandra when he understood that Sita Devi is lost. Mother Sita is lost. She's been kidnapped. She's been kidnapped by Ravana. So it's described very beautifully that Lord Ramachandra practically became mad. He was not able to take it up, not able to digest that Mother Sita is no more. So he said that he was not able to check his emotions. He was constantly weeping, crying shouting and he was trying to trace out from where Mother Sita would have passed. So it says that he will go to all the trees and ask. Then he will ask the plants, then forest animals, deers, birds. He'll go and try to find out from all of them. And nobody could say anything because Mother Sita was not taken to that way. She was directly taken by Puspak Vimana to airplane. So nobody knew where Mother Sita is there, nobody was able to say anything. And Ramachandra was becoming more and more desperate. He will ask Lakshmana and he will scold Lakshmana, why you left? Why you left Sita alone in the middle of forest? When Lakshman was also at no fault because first of all when Ravana came, before he came he sent his uncle Marichi and he devised a plan that he should come like a golden deer and then enchant Sita Devi, and in this way Lord Ramachandra will come to chase him and then he will take away Lord Ramachandra far from the cottage where they were staying, and in this opportunity Ravana will kidnap Mother Sita. This was a master plan and this exactly happened by the divine arrangement. And Marichi already had encountered the prowess of Lord Ramachandra, because when Lord Ramachandra was small, he was taken away by Vishwamitra Muni. Vishwamitra Muni and all other sages used to perform the sacrifices, and Rakshasas, demons, they will come and disturb. They will pass urine, dirty substance, they will spit on this all sacrificial arena and pollute this. In this way sacrifices will be spoiled. So this was all going, and then they will also terrorize the sages. They will sour the blood, all pus, everything, and they will all be terrorized, and many sages for this demons will eat them up. So Vishwamitra thought that let me go and call Rama and Lakshmana, and with their help we'll remove this Rakshasas. So Vishwamitra Muni came to Dasarath Maharaj's palace. Dasarath Maharaj and Vishwamitra Muni were earlier friends. Both were Kshatriyas at the same time and they were good friends. Now Vishwamitra Muni has performed austerities and he had become Brahma Rishi. So, but still that friendship was there. And Dasarath Muni welcomed Vishwamitra. Dasarath Maharaj welcomed Vishwamitra Muni by asking him, how is your spiritual life going on? This is the exchange. That when they met each other, they are discussing how are you, not materially. It's discussing how was your spiritual life. And when we ask how are you, then immediately response is I am fine. Actually, we cannot be fine. Material world also we are suffering, and the spiritual practices always we are struggling. So there is also cannot be say fine. So we see that this Dasarath Muni asked, Dasarath Maharaj asked Vishwamitra Muni, how is your spiritual life? Next preparation for the next life. How is your Punarjanam Jayayate? How is your preparation for the next life? Then Vishwamitra Muni and they will very intimately talk. And during this talk, Vishwamitra Muni will drop this bomb. That no, these all problems are going on and I have come here to take Rama and Lakshmana with me. So that we can counteract all these demons and we can peacefully perform our duties. As soon as Dasarath Maharaj will hear, he will, not able to take it. And then he will say, oh, why these are young boys? Why need to take them? I will personally come. Forget them. Because he was very much attached to Rama and Lakshmana. And he was not even able to dream that they will not be there with him for some time. So he did not digest that, and he was just trying to convince Vishwamitra Muni that no, I will come, don't forget them, they are small boys. And Vishwamitra Muni became very disturbed. What is this? I am a Brahmarishi and I am telling this, and he is still not ready to follow my instructions. So he was little getting disturbed, and in between Vasishtha Muni, he understood that no, this is not proper. This is not a proper code of conduct by Dashratha Maharaj. Hmm? He has to send his children, and Vishwamitra Muni is asking, then he should send them. So he is interrupted and he said, no, no, don't worry. Actually, it is a great opportunity. Your sons will be very well trained by Vishwamitra Muni. So you don't worry. He has knowledge of all the weapons, and all that will be learned. They will become more disciplined. It's very good. You send them. But Dasarat Maharaj was not actually convinced, because his weakness was he was so much attached to Lord Ramachandra. And he was not convinced, but with half-hearted feelings. Since now Rajaguru, Kulaguru, Vasishtha is telling, no, you should send them. So he has to send them. So he somehow sent Rama and Lakshmana. So when Rama and Lakshmana went, and during this time only they encountered Marichi, uncle of Ravana. They used to come with Marichi and Subahu. They used to come, and Taraka. They were all family. The brothers, cousin brothers, and their mother, a big Rakshasi. So then Lord Ramachandra actually killed Taraka. It was very difficult to kill her. It was this huge body, giant body, and Lord Ramachandra killed her. And this Marichi and Subahu, with one arrow, the Lord Ramachandra threw them away somewhere. Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki Snitai Gaur Sundar ki jai, Pati Panchla Prabhupada ki jai. Thousands of miles far away, just with one shot, he just threw them away. Because Lord Ramachandra, being Supreme Personality of Godhead, he knew that Marichi has to participate in another pastime. So he didn't kill him. With one arrow, he threw him off. The place is very far. Now it is called, because Marichi landed there, that place is called Mauritius. And after being thrown away by Lord Ramachandra, he got so afraid that he never turned towards this side. And he made his ashram in that place only, the cottage, and he gave up all his demoniac activities, and he started practicing saintly life, became sage. And then when Ravana, we heard that how Surpanakha, sister of Ravana, she saw Lord Ramachandra, she became very captivated, and she wanted to marry Lord Ramachandra. So she approached. This happened in, I think, in Chitrakoot only. Yeah. So they are staying, and Sita, Ram, Lakshmana were staying, and Surpanakha went and approached Lord Ramachandra. She disguised herself as a very beautiful woman, and she approached that I am very attracted towards you, and I want to get married. Then Lord Ramachandra explained, no, I have taken Ek Patni Vrata. It is not fair, to marry you. But if my brother wants, you can get married to Lakshmana. Then she went to Lakshmana, and then Lakshmana said, what is the use of marrying me? I am just a servant of Lord Ramachandra. So you also become maid servant. So you won't be very happy. Better you go to Lord Ramachandra. Like this, they tossed her front and back. And then after understanding that she is being the object of fun, she became very irritated and disturbed. And she concluded, all this because of this Sita Devi. This woman only, all these things are happening. So I should eat her up. So she changed her form, and she rushed to eat swallow Mother Sita. And then Lakshmana understood, they were so far enjoying with Surpanakha. And then Surpanakha turned like a Rakshasi. Then Lakshman immediately with his one arrow cut off her nose and ears. Therefore, she was called Surpanakha. So her nose and ears were cut off, and she was disfigured. And she started yelling, shouting, crying. And like this only, she ran from that forest to Ravana. Actually, first she went nearby. Other brothers, cousin brothers were there, Khala, Dusana and Tosana. They were very, very powerful Rakshasas, 14,000 in number. And when they understood that Lord Ramachandra did this to their sister, so immediately they attacked. All of them together attacked. And then when they were attacking like this, Lord Ramachandra told Lakshmana, you go and take care of Mother Sita, I'll work on them. With one arrow, Lord Ramachandra killed all of them. One arrow. Finished all the 14,000 Rakshasas. It's called Ramavan. Still it is said, if anything has said, people they comment, is it Ramavan? Whatever you have said is must be true, or must be infallible. Like that the saying is that Lord Ramachandra was having this invincible bow and arrow. This Ramavan will go shoot the target and come back again. And then he will use this again. The same arrow will be used again and again. So Lord Ramachandra killed these 14,000 Rakshasas with one arrow within very short time. They were very, very powerful Rakshasas. And then Surpanakha understood that this didn't work out. Then after that only she ran to the Ravana. And she explained this. She actually made up of a story. What happened she did not tell. She just turned everything upside down and explained it to Ravana. Therefore, the Surpanakha is considered, is compared with modern media. So she just changed the whole story, that what happened and all this is completely changed, and started glorifying Mother Sita. She glorifying Mother Sita, she is so beautiful, and also beauty of Sita she was explaining, and Ravana became very lusty to get Sita's. And then she explained that how your brothers Kala Dusana were killed by Lord Ramachandra, and all, he became even more angry. So he wanted to retaliate. In this way, she intrigued Ravana. That's how Surpanakha acted. When Surpanakha said all these things to Ravana, actually Ravana immediately wanted to kidnap Mother Sita. See, it happened so fast that without any consultation, immediately he went and devised a plan how it can be done, and he went to Marichi. Marichi was very far away, but Ravana had all this thing, Puspak Vimana will run on the thought of mind. So he reached there, Marichi place, and he explained all his plan that you should come and help me. Then Marichi tried to convince Ravana that it is impossible. You should not take any enmity with Lord Ramachandra, because he is so powerful. Then he told what happened with what is his experience. He said his experience. But Ravana, because he was captivated by lusty desires, his intelligence was not functioning. That's what happens when we become victim of kama, krodha, lobha. Our intelligence stops functioning. So even though Marichi is explaining, and he has already heard that how Lord Ramachandra has killed with one arrow very shortly all 14,000, this Khala, Dusana and Tosana, all their associates. He is not bothered. He is just thinking only one thing: how can I get Mother Sita? So Marichi is denying and trying to say that don't call for your death. Why you are simply calling for death? Ravana is not convinced, and he is telling, no, you have only two options. Either you follow my instructions, and get killed by Rama's hand. Or you don't follow my instructions and I will kill you. So anyway you will be killed. But you can choose how you want to be killed. Since Marichi was performing the austerity, he had developed some good sense because of the potency of that austerity. Then he thought for some time. He said, anyway I have to be killed only. So better to be killed from Rama's hand. Because I will get liberated. What is use of getting killed by this man's hand? There is no glories in that. So he very wisely he decided, let me follow Ravana's plan and get killed by Rama's hand. So he was very intelligent. So he accepted the proposal of Ravana while scolding him. And then he went from there. He came to with Ravana, and same Pushpak Vimana Ravana brought him. The middle of the forest and dropped him there, and he changed by his mystic potency to a very golden and enchanting deer, and started roaming near the ashram of Sita Ram Lakshmana. And Sita Devi saw this deer and she was very captivated, and she asked Lord Ramachandra, this is a golden deer, I have never seen such deer anywhere. I want to keep this deer with me and take it back to Ayodhya. Then Lord Ramachandra understood and said, I don't think he is a deer, he is a Rakshasa. So Ramachandra is trying to say he is a Rakshasa, but Mother Sita is, because of all divine arrangements, she is not able to understand. She is captivated by the beauty of deer and she wants deer somehow or other. So she pestered Lord Ramachandra to go. So before Lord Ramachandra could not deny, even though he understood that he is not the deer, he is Rakshasa, and he smelled there is something strange. So, but still, because Sita Devi is telling again and again, so he went behind the deer. And before going, he instructed Lakshmana that you be here, don't leave Sita Devi. So then deer, as Ravana has planned, just he appearing and disappearing. Just in this way, he took Lord Ramachandra far away. And meanwhile, Sita Devi argued with Lakshmana. Why she argued? Because when when Lord Ramachandra understood that the deer is not a deer, is a demon. So he finally thought to kill that demon. So he took his arrow and shot that arrow. So as arrow hit the Marichi, immediately started calling in the voice of Lord Ramachandra for the help of Lakshmana. Hey Sita, hey Lakshmana, hey Sita, hey Lakshmana. Very loudly started shouting as Ravana has told him. So in his last time, he is calling the name of Sita, Rama, Lakshmana. Like that. Very fortunate. And then in this way he was calling in the voice of Rama. Sita got bewildered that Lord Ramachandra is in some difficulty. And so she is telling Lakshmana, you must go and help. And Lakshmana is laughing. That who can do any harm to Lord Ramachandra. He understood there is some plan of some Rakshasas and he was not willing to go. But somehow or other Mother Sita chased Lakshmana to go to the forest to attend to Lord Ramachandra. And half-heartedly Lakshmana left to the forest. He doesn't wanted to go, but he was like pushed by Mother Sita to go and see Lord Ramachandra. And this time Ravana took the opportunity and he came disguised as a sadhu asking for the some viksha, alms. And then Mother Sita, when she saw some sadhu is there asking for some alms, she immediately, being a very chaste lady, she came out from the cottage, brought some alms. And in this way Ravana saw Sita Devi and he kidnapped Mother Sita. So Mother Sita was taken away by by Ravana. And when Marichi shouted names of Sita and Lakshmana, then Lord Ramachandra understood what will happen and immediately rushed back to the cottage, ashrama, and where he is seeing that there is no Sita, and Lakshmana also, just found Lord Ramachandra. So he is asking Ramachandra, where is Mother Sita? And then both of them are searching. They are not able to see in the cottage. And in this way, Lord Ramachandra became mad. When he could not find Mother Sita, he became mad. Completely, almost became mad only. So this is explained, it's mentioned here that Lord Ramachandra is teaching everyone by his own example the destination of person who is attached to the woman. And that how he has to suffer. So the Lord Ramachandra is almost is suffering. Of course, yes, explained by Srila Prabhupada, this is the spiritual rasa, Vipralamba rasa, the very intensified love. So that this is not the suffering which we can compare with the suffering in material world, and it is not true to Lord Ramachandra. He is a Sachidananda Vigraha. But just to give an example, this what happens to the people in this material world, how they suffer when they are attached to women. I have seen one practically also. Uh, Earlier, one boy used to come to temple. Somehow or other, he got married, uh, and nowadays there is lot of conspiracy. He was married to a girl. He came from US, and some he wanted to get married, and through some internet he got the proposal, and he entered into marriage. But that girl was planted by another person just to take some money from him, and she left after marriage. Some days she left, and that person became mad, and he was searching everywhere. He was also little nutty, but he was searching everywhere. He came here also, he's searching whether she has come here. Like that, people get so much suffering when they remain became honest become attached unnecessarily. So here we see that how Lord Ramachandra is feeling the separation of Mother Sita. So one should be very, very careful. One should only attach, one should develop attachment with Lord. There is a song we sing, no? Jivane marane gati ar nahi mora. There is no one else in this life, after this life, than you. ग्रंथा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, पतित पांच प्रभुपाद की जय.